Okay, class, the first part of our color wheel assignment is to paint 3 primaries and 3 secondaries. And so I have the paints squeezed out, yellow, blue, and red, and a little bit white over here just in case I might need it. And go ahead and paint the yellow. By the way, this time I'm just painting directly right on top of my Bristol paper, instead of cutting them out. And you could do that as well. And as you can see, my lettering is showing up. So when you folks do it, don't put the pencil lettering down on the Bristol paper. With the squash paint, we have to make some adjustments because the red comes out a little bit on the cool side. So as you can see, I did like a couple of different little test marks to get a red that I feel is more appropriate. So I'm going to go with something like that. And go ahead and paint. And you can see that I'm rotating my brush just how we did with the swatches. Okay, and now I'm going to paint the green one. Okay, so that's, then I'll let that dry, and then I'll pull off the tape. Okay, so there you go. 3 primaries and 3 secondaries. And to get the tertiaries will be a blend between a secondary and a primary. So in other words, between this one and this one, between the green and the yellow, you would have to get like a yellow-green, and that would be the tertiary. And I think I see a definite difference right there, and it would be pretty easy to get that that tertiary. And also from here to here, I could easily get a blue-green. Anyway, that's why I wanted you folks to go ahead and paint these swatches like this, so that when you proceed to the color wheel, you're more apt to get accurate colors. Okay, so using these colors as a guide, I'm going to plug them in to my color wheel, which I already have drawn out. And so whenever possible, I'm going to use either a ruling pen or tape to get some clean edges. So this shape right here will be with yellow. And it's likely that I'm going to paint this in sequence. So after I paint the yellow, then I'll do an orange. And after I do an orange, I'll do a yellow-orange, so on and so forth. And you could experiment with your brushes. Sometimes a pointed brush like this will be fine, will work well for you. And other times you might want to use a combination of brushes like pointed rounds and flat brushes. That's gonna, I think it depends on your design that you have. Okay. Now, on this one, I'm just going to try freehanding it. And I'm going fairly rapidly. You students probably should not go this fast. Take your time. Take your time. Make sure that you get the proper paint to water ratio mixture, because if it's too watery, it's going to come out like watercolor. Now, if it's too thick, it comes out kind of pasty, and that's not good either. So the proper consistency, I think I described it earlier as heavy cream. That would be something that you would shoot for. Okay, as you can see, I painted everything in, and all that's left is my black background and this little area that's going to be represent like a folded corner, and everything that's going to be outside of the color wheel, I'm going to paint it with neutral, something neutral, and that should be with blacks, gray, or if I have to, a little bit white. Once again, use any kind of tools that work for you, masking tape or rolling pins, or just a freehand small brush. Just try to make it really clean. Okay, I'm going to stop the video. Okay, so I want to finish off the black. Trying to get it as smooth as possible with a steady hand. Okay. And then, once I get everything painted and let everything dry for a second, I can go ahead and take my removable tape off, which I have on the borders. And should look clean, with clean edges. Okay, I'm going to stop it. So there you go. Swatches, color wheel. All done. Thanks.